Good morning, guys and girls. Hope you guys are doing just fantastic. I'm here walking. What do you guys think? What do you guys think it is today? As I tell you what, it didn't start off that great. $3,400. Green. Ooh, yeah, ching. Now, this is just like yesterday, a bit of surprise. Almost the same pattern as yesterday. And if you guys and girls didn't watch yesterday, I was red $1,000, over $1,000 at pretty much the start of the day, and that was no different than today. Trading cells, CELZ. I believe it was the leading gapper, most obvious looking stock of the day. Now I gave a good push at the open, but again with TD Ameritrade, you can't trade aggressively at the open. You just can't. You got to go slow. You got to do test orders until you see that it's not glitchy, that it's not laggy. Okay, so I couldn't really capitalize on the open. I tried, but I either got chopped out or I got in late. So by the time I started taking stabs at it, it was doing exactly what DERPO did yesterday. Sold off. So, I just lost money. I'm trying to think of a better way to put it, but I just lost about $1,200. And that's just the way it works when you're trading with big share size. When you're getting in with 3,700 shares, 7,500 shares, you're gonna quickly either make money or lose money, especially on stocks that are like CELZ, low flow, leading gapper. You will lose money or make money really quickly. In this case, I lost $1,200 pretty quickly, like the first 5 minutes of the day. So I was pretty down, but I was accepting that red day. I was trying to accept it, getting ready to shut it down because I don't want to have a big red day. That is just what I don't want. $1,000, $1,200, even a $1,500 red day. That's not a big deal. But what would be a big deal is if I get triggered by that $1,500 red day and I start throwing some Hail Marys out there and I start doing some crazy shiz. The next thing you know, I'm down 3, 4, 5 grand. You guys know I say this all the time. So I didn't want to snowball. But fortunately NRSN proved to be pretty decent. But before that happened, or whilst that was happening, because at one point I was just bobbing between CELZ and NRSN, and I was going back and forth, and when I start doing that, that's usually not good, because I start to get dizzy. I start to go to NRSN, I'd be like, okay, that looks good, I get in, and then it didn't start well on NRSN. I got chopped out. I was down even $300 on it at one point. I was going there, and then I was like, all right, back to CELZ. I think we're bottoming out here, and then I get smoked there a little bit. I just kept going back and forth, and that's not a good place to be in. It's better to be dialed in on just one stock. That's the best, just one stock. And you just focus on that stock, and you trade it aggressively. You get in the rhythm of it. You understand how it moves, and if it flushes on breaks, or if it continues higher on breaks, or if it fakes out. Every stock has its own little rhythm. In this case, I wasn't really dialed in on either of them, but fortunately CEZ cells, I'll call it cells. Cells did eventually bottom out after it broke through VWAP. I saw this big green bottoming tail here. Got in 7,500 shares here at 343, and I marketed out up and through the break at 350. That got my loss down to like very small. Then I believe I bought again here at 345 for the break of the pivot here at 359. Sure enough, we did break, so I got another about 10 cents on 750 shares. That got me to about $500 green. I sold right on or before or after the break of the pivot here at 359. And then from there, I switched over to NRSN. Why? Because it was holding up. Yeah, I got chopped out previously. I got chopped out trying to trade. Excuse me, cheese. Protein shake is getting to me. I got chopped out in this area. But as I saw it coming back up here, I was like, yep, this thing's probably going to break our high here of... Now, I don't know if I was in for this break of the pivot here at 374. I don't know if I was in for this one. I think I was gone for that, but then I was like, oh, it did actually break. You know, I felt a little FOMO, and I was like, okay, well, it's holding, put in a nice... It retraced here nicely. It engulfed the previous red candle, so that was a good sign. This whole red candle was completely engulfed by this green candle. This candle started, I started getting here. We were right on this descending resistance, now acting as support. I saw it there, punch, I went in big. And this thing is one of those stocks where the volume was light enough to where it was not super light, but it was light enough to where my orders were clearing out sellers. And so when I got in, I was a lot of times starting the move. People will see me get in 3,700 shares at one point, even 7,500 shares up in here. They'll see that, and that will be their trigger to get in. They'll see that green on the tape. They'll see that seller get bought out. I will get them out of the way, get that seller out of the way. So then the next buyer who's there buys the next guy, and then boom, chain reaction. And this one responded very well to my orders. I was timing it nicely. I was getting in low, and presumably people were seeing that, because every time I bought, it would be the chain reaction. And it's just nice when you have a stock like that. Some stocks are not like that. They don't respond to your orders as much. Maybe there's too much volume. Maybe the sellers are too big. But this is one of those where it's like, I was actually, I should probably turn the gain down on this mic. Huh? What do you guys think? Let me see. Just knock it down a little bit. So anyway, got in right here for the 650 up and through 675. That was a 25-cent win. I do believe I hold for the next candle for the break of the high. Sold on the break, came back down. This bottomed out, got back in around probably 670. Sold for again for this rip. Up in here, I didn't trade it that well just because it started to get a little bit more wild. Now, looking back, I should have just held, because at one point, I think right in here, I had 7,500 shares. It was like right in here, 7,500 shares, sold on the break of this pivot up here at 690. So I caught another 20, 30 cents on 7,500 shares. Probably not that much, but around 20, probably 20 cents. And then through here, I scalped it with 2,200 shares, buying what I could. But it's just one of those things where it's like you buy and then it drops 10 cents, so you mark it out, but then it rips up 30. In this area, it's starting to get volatile. And then at one point, it just really squeezed right up to 765. I should have been more aware of the daily level I had up here. I had the daily level marked out. Why is that not showing up on the screen? It's there, but why? Okay, there. Anyways, I had that level marked out, so I knew that there was a good space here for just not really much resistance. So it moved in this area pretty nicely. So overall, not a bad day. I shut it down real quick just because I came out of the hole from 11, more like $1,200. So you figure $1,200 to $3,400. That's what is that, a $4,600 swing? I made $3,400 a day, but I came back from the hole of $1,200. So it's like I made $4,600 pretty quickly, and that's just from trading the front side of the move, getting in quick, being aggressive early in the day, and then getting out. Look at that, being aggressive early in the day and getting out. I got out after I saw this. Had I tried to catch all these possible comebacks and all this junk here, probably would have lost some money. Maybe made some, but most likely lost. So I shut down at the great time, because NRSN is, for all my purposes, is dead. Sells, dead. Everything's dead. So luckily I was able to get out of the hole in just these last little pops. I gave a nice attempt here. I don't know if I was in for that, but I luckily got out of the green, or got out of the red, got into the green in this slight rebuttal before finally dumping. And then NRSN, of course, I traded it at the perfect time, and I left at the perfect time. I would not trade this stock. Why? What do you guys think it is? I'm not even gonna say it anymore. I'm just gonna focus on my mouse here. Why am I not trading this anymore? So yeah, the volume is dying off. I'll tell you that. I'm sorry, I'm being a little rude. As the day goes on, volume dies off. Traders leave, such as myself. Patterns don't work as reliably. It's a lot trickier to trade, riskier. So it's just not worth it. Why put your hard and earned money at risk during a period that's not really worth it? The probabilities of patterns working are lower. So why not use your money, risk your money when it's the highest probability of making money? And don't put your money at risk when there's the odds are not in your favor, right? You want to trade when the odds are in your favor, when you have the highest probability of success, and that's early in the day, the first 30 minutes, I would say, and then on medium hot days to hot days, an hour is easily a good window to have good momentum. Once you start pushing an hour and a half, 2 hours, that's where it's like you really need some good momentum. You need like an AMC, you need like a GameStop, you need something that really can carry the momentum on, or a stock that's just ripping and ripping and ripping. That can happen too, but It's usually the first half hour to hour. After that, it's not really worth sticking around. So I think that's going to do it for me today, shutting down $3,400. That puts me up a little over 18,000 on the week. Puts me up 62,000 on March. It's absolutely insanity. I'm breaking all sorts of records. It's crazy. So it hasn't always been this way, but it's just getting to that point where my share size is up, my skill level is up, my discipline is up, and that's over time. That's over months. At this point, years. It took me years to get to this point. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna get on with my day. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'm only getting like 1 like a video, and I know there's more than one person. I know there's more than one person watching this. So I'm gonna put you under the hot seat a little bit. I need those likes. I need you guys to pay your dues, because it helps promote my videos, and it helps with the famous YouTube algorithm. So please, guys, if you don't think I deserve it, then I guess that's one thing. But it will really help the channel. It's really not much work to just hit the like button. It's just such a little thing. If we could get 5 likes on this video, that would be amazing. Maybe I'll do something special. Maybe I need to start having some prizes or something to get you guys motivated to do that. So anyways, I'm going to call it there. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.